Welcome back guys to another video into another episode in our channel. So today we are playing another game called The Letter. So I think it's a horror novel game, so I don't know if it's better or worse from our previous videos in the past. So I'm just starting now, I'm just trying it, so let's go right ahead and go into the game. Oh, shit. Guys, I got scared. Sorry. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace, beloved by their people. Sorry guys, I'm still not used on talking English, so I, I got stuttering problems, I think. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend for helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Dot. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited, and that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things. So guys, I'm gonna skip this. Isabella. So guys, I'm playing in chapter 1. Oh shit.
I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to. I honestly thought you'd back out. Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
So guys, I'm sorry if I skip those telephone or phone part, I think, from talking to that lady, but because I'm just new at this game, so that's what's happened when you skip it. It
Plus,
because
listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate,
but
I'm
guys, I
desperate, it's
think
perfect.
Isabella is what we are going to use in this chapter, and her friend that called her is the one that is going to buy the house in the prologue view or something like that. A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
Are
Or
there
Ashton.
lesbians, I think?
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Or she's just a good friend, guys. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca, I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Look, you're not my mother, Becca. You're not my mother. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
Oh shit.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Yeah, but I like them. Fuck that. I eat other
Hey,
things too.
I eat other things too.
I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they are being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week.
Oh,
The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
fuck. I think she's a stalker, guys. This fucking stalker.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham.
Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. Oh, she's sick. would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago? Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Val.
She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distinct memory. Oh, fuck you. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back at me, there's only warmth in her smile. What am I?
What am I going to do with you?
She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly. If I'm looking for the exact
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge. Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself. Ah, you and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. Ever! It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse, just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
The fuck? Are you a teacher? Are we a teacher, guys? I think we're teaching.
We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale. You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan, or trying at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgot how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish. Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange widower not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now. You fucking lawyer.
You shouldn't even be working right now. Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There is no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now. Rebecca!
Let's leave.
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to our classroom and her thoughts. Yeah, let's leave. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the properties, blah 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 blah. The mansion in some ways. So, guys, we are going to the mansion, or the horror mansion, I think. Apparently, everyone in Luxburn knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Oh, we're gonna die. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. Fuck, there's so many readings English. Guys, I think this fuck what's that? I think this game is teaching me English, guys, so I'm gonna read fast. I think I'm trying to read fast. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has always of Life has ways of messing things up. Yeah, I know that. Just like YouTube, when you're about to upload, there's an error. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose. So, guys, I think the first call we have earlier is Rose when I skip it.
Rose?
No, it's Ash, guys. I don't know who's this.
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village. I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up.
Ash chuckles and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it. But Ash doesn't know that, so it's okay rolling our eyes.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Fucking Ash. Stupid Ash. Asshole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. So here we are on the Ermengarde mansion. It takes a few more minutes until I reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yes, despite all of this, there's nothing to hide. It does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. Whew, guys, I almost ran out of breath. Well, Anselm village is just a few miles away. Everybody keeps their distance on purpose, perhaps out of fear the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Ha ha ha! There's a curse! Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just be always. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her up. Oh! What do you mean it's not being recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She's probably just wandered deep into the house and lost signal or something. Shit. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time. Fuck, not recognized. But to no avail. Oh boy, I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. She could be anywhere. Need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Fuck, what's that?
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh?
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. Yes,
Hello?
finally.
Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I seriously hope it doesn't cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down. She's at the attic, guys. Let's go.
The attic? Why?
Shit, it got cut off. With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room in this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I met up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. Carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact, blah 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 blah. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east and the west wing. There are two attics, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by myself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms, so I head towards the west wing first. There's a simple wooden door at the end of the hall, opens to a small room. Inside is another steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, blah 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 blah. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. Blah blah. There's so many words. A small belled room welcomes me at the end. It looks like it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here! Did I mishear her? No, I couldn't have been dreaming. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said, is this a prank? Maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her. Oh, shut up, brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already has. But if she's not here, then where is she? Shit! What the hell was that? That's it, I can't do this anymore. Let's leave! Let's leave! Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in present ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the glowing locker room just to check.
What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks
A
like
letter?
lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this letter the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have told her blah blah blah. Did Rose leave the blah blah blah? Was she here a while? Blah blah blah. I could not visit blah blah. Shoo she see her. The paper is so thin and rough. I'm worried it'll all apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core. Fuck!
What? Oh my
Help
god.
me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Nothing but words help me fills the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase that just goes on until send this to 5 people or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back on paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page, but there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here, folding the page in half. The sight that greets me next has me frozen on the next. Fuck! On the spot, a pair of blooded, soaked feet enters my field of vision covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. Fuck. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Guys, I don't know if I'm gonna look up or close my eyes and pray. Um, I think I'm gonna close my eyes and pray.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
Prayers taught me as a child by my mama and my papa slip out endlessly through my teeth. Because God, oh God, if you have listened to any of my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me, a cold comfort. I wait, and I wait for some more. But when nothing happens, I dare to take a peek. Gone, gone. Guys, it's gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back away towards the door.
I told them! I freaking...
Racing down to the stairs, a breathless laugh escapes me. Fuck, I fell. Shit. The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. That. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep this insistent blah blah blah. Isabella?
5 more minutes, Becca.
I sweat away at what is nudging presently at my side. Come on. Can I just get a few minutes, extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. I hardly lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at my back of my head. Fuck.
Isabella? Isabella?
The fog immediately lifts from my mind, and the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me. It's Rose. Fuck. It's Rose. Thank God. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face or trying at least. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect blah
All
blah.
right, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Wow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. But with how firmly dressed she is, blah blah blah, her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I'm just gonna
Just
skip
do
this.
it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she asked. Rose released a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you all right?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute.
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
I should show these two troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. And I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion. Are you sure you feel fine?
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump? I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house. Alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. The Rose gives me a spectacle look when I return the cold compressed to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel
See?
fine.
I'm A-okay.
All right, you in. If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the...
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
The woman's looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in the scary, negative way. Far from it, actually, her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her.
My sincerest apologies, Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Marianne McCullough, Trelly Rose Designs. So she's a Rose Designs, or she's a flower designer, I think. Interior designer. Sorry, guys. The words interior design catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in a mansion for its 17th century influence then? I won't hold it against her though. Though, despite the heresies blah blah blah, I suppose some people that
Miss McCullough. I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please. Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I returned with an equally perplexed look. And against my better
I'm
judgment,
sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home. This is the Ermengarde mansion, right? It is.
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix that awkward situation without offending someone.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the
The
business.
mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given a proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your
Yeah,
assistance, Miss Santos.
you need to call. Make a mistake. Whew. Disaster averted. Yeah. I also don't miss the thumbs when she gives her fuck. So said Miss McCullough. I don't remember how to speak this, guys. Miss McCullough returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Yeah, you're right.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Yeah, let's go
And
get it.
hurry. We've still got a few minutes to
Let's go
double-check
get
those
it. Let's
papers.
go get it.
Okay, got it.
Oh, fuck. They're ghosts. Expect a small spark, blah blah blah. I don't want to read this. I don't know what's in this house and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm. Its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do to blah blah. Hugging my blazer close to my body. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Oh shit, what's happening? A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard. By the time we officially open the doors, I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed, standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth, status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver gold glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies, blah blah blah. They are murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate's facade, pressingly with some arguing about those whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stopped as Rose calls up for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wondered to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs.
It's so nice to finally meet you. When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
I might have seen their face somewhere before. It was a magazine or the television. I can't quite remember. For people who are probably blah blah, the woman in particular blah blah, going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions. I'd say she's basking in the attention, both of them in fact. I think they're a brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. Ooh, that's a beautiful ring. Whatever. Not a good material for sales stuff.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty. Even the glass thing, colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope. Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion. Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes,
Yeah,
though.
they're so rich,
I
guys.
think
They're
I've
so
got
rich. Guys, here's the kitchen. So guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. If you have fun, please leave a like on the video right here, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to stay in tune for more videos. So guys, if you have fun, really comment down below what you want to see next, and that's it guys. So my name is AFWine Gaming, but my name is YouTube is AFW Gaming. So I'll see you all in the next video.